Hello, I'm Ben Davis. Welcome to Vlogging a Dead Horse, episode 7. Sorry it's been so long between 6 and 7. I wish I could say I was doing lots of interesting things in the interim period, but mainly I've just been watching Peppa Pig.
See you later then, sister. Bye, sister.
Bye, sister! And I've also been having some fun with fruit. And I've become a top hit maker. I'm so wrapped off right now.
You okay, hon?
I am done with certain people.
You okay, hon?
What goes around comes around.
You okay, hon?
Feeling heartbroken.
You okay, hon?
It's nice to know your real friends are.
You okay, hon?
Just checked into A&E.
You okay, hon?
Sad face emoji.
You okay, hon?
Yeah, I'll text you, hun. Yes, that's called You Okay, Hun. And it is available at my Bandcamp to download. You can actually have that song if you want. It's bendavis86.bandcamp.com. The You Okay, Hun thing kind of a placeholder at the moment. I'm going to be putting some more stuff up there. Some Joe Cowley audio bits and bobs. Hopefully in the not too distant future. So keep your eye on that. I'll update on here and on me Facebooks and Twitters and whatever as well. Coming up later on, we're going to have a sneak preview of my upcoming book, Make Me Awesome, which is out in January next year, as well as a new feature called Book Appreciation, which I hope you will enjoy. But first of all, the return of an old feature. Yeah, it's Joke Corner. Joke Corner. Hello, Trevor. Alright, Ben. How's things, mate? Look, enough with the small talk, right? You messed up the last Joke Corner, right? It was a disaster. It was a disaster from beginning to end. I'm giving you one more chance to justify your place on this vlog, okay? Right? You've got one chance to prove to me that you aren't a complete waste of space, Trevor. Have you made the most of that chance?
Yeah, of course I have, Ben. You know me. I'm reliable Trevor.
Good. Well, let's hear your joke then.
Right. What's brown and hairy? Poo on carpet.
Poo on carpet. Right. You've had the best part of a year to get back into my good books, enough for me to allow you on here. And the best joke you can come up with in that stupid monkey brain of yours is poo on carpet. Get out. Get out of my joke corner right now. Get out of my joke corner and never come back. Stupid monkey. Joke corner. Anyway, now it's time for the new feature I told you about, which is called Book Appreciation.
2, 4, 6, 8. What do I appreciate? Books.
And also cake. Now, the whole point of this feature isn't to criticise books I didn't like. This is just for books that I enjoy. You know, that whole, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything thing. For example, I won't be talking about that one book. You know the one I mean, where... And he's all like... Come into my red room. And she's all like, I don't want to go into your red room. And he's like, come on. And she's like, okay. God, that's the worst book I've ever read. Anyway, sorry, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about The Goldfish Boy by Lisa Thompson, which I read recently. Now, I had Lisa on as a guest on my podcast called The Vault of Awesomeness, which you should definitely listen to right now. In fact, stop this video and go and listen to it right now on iTunes or wherever. Go on, I'll wait. Okay, good. The Goldfish Boy, a terrific book. I really enjoyed it. It's about a kid called Matthew who has severe obsessive compulsive disorder. It's not just in the way that people say they're OCD. They're a bit OCD, which just means they're clean. It's a debilitating condition, and it's really interesting to see how that affects his family life and his relationship with his family members and other people on the street, because he spends all his time in his bedroom because he feels it's the only place he's safe from germs, and so he watches out the window all the comings and goings that happen in the street. Then one day his neighbour is looking after his grandkids and a toddler goes missing, and Matthew then takes it upon himself to investigate it as best he can without ever really leaving his room. Which I really, really loved it. I thought it was fantastic. It reminded me of one of my favourite Simpsons episodes, which was itself a reference to a film called Rear Window, which is about a guy who broke his leg and watches stuff from his window. I only literally know about it because of that one Simpsons episode. And there's a reference raised there going, "There's a sinister-looking kid looking at me." But I loved it. The Simpsons episode I was referring to is one where Bart breaks his leg and he thinks Flanders has murdered his wife. And he sees all these incriminating things from the window. Anyway, I've got sidetracked. The Goldfish Boy is great. It's really well written. I know Lisa went to great lengths to research it and spoke to people who are experts in that field to make sure she was getting the portrayal right. Because I know it can be difficult, people writing about mental illness and what have you. If you don't get it right, it can be quite bad. But I don't really know much about OCD, but it was really convincing portrayal. And it's really, really well written. The characters are all well observed. There's this mystery element, which reveals itself more as it goes along. And I give The Goldfish Boy 10 thumbs up. 10.
2, 4, 6, 8. What do I appreciate? Books. And also cake.
Okay, now it's time for the final part of this episode, which is the sneak preview of my new book, which is out in January, called Make Me Awesome. Now, the basic idea behind Make Me Awesome, it's about a 13-year-old boy called Freddie, whose family's fallen on hard times, and he wants to get them back on their feet because his dad's antiques business went bust, so the family have had to move in with Uncle Barry, who's a miserly type. And he works for the council and he's very orderly, and the house is nowhere near as nice as the one they used to live in. So Freddie signs up to this self-help program with this American life coach called Chuck Willard, called the Complete Road to Awesomeness program, which is a fun acronym. And it's the idea behind the program is that it teaches him how to be awesome and how to overcome his obstacles and unleash his inner awesome dude. And Freddie signs up to that because he thinks it's really going to help him out. And this leads him to run for school president. And the bit I'm going to read to you is the bit where Freddie has borrowed his Uncle Barry's expensive camera and he's going down to the changing room to take some photos to show how bad things are. So he can say, well, if I become president, I'll show how I will change things. And so that's what he's doing. So that's the bit I'm going to read to you. I've been reading this sort of up and down the country at events and things, and it goes down pretty well. I hope you enjoy it too. At lunchtime, I headed down to the PE department to photograph the changing rooms. I checked the rotor and saw no clubs using the field, so I knew they'd be free. To be safe, though, I got Nilesh to stand guard outside to warn me if any teachers showed up. I took Uncle Barry's expensive camera straight into the boys' room and quickly got to work, photographing the cracks in the walls, the rusty clothes pegs and the rat traps. This should give me plenty to work with, I said to myself. But not enough. You see, Chuck, I want to appeal to all sporty kids, including girls. And how could I do that if I only concentrated on the male facilities? But still, could I really enter the mystery world of the girls' changing rooms? Nobody knows what's behind that door. Well, girls do, but you know what I mean. To help make my mind up, I pulled my tablet out of the bag and consulted my Awesomeness app to see if you had any words of wisdom for me. Of course you did. Chuck's pep talk. If you're wondering whether to take a leap into the unknown, always do it. Legal notice, this is referring to metaphorical leaps only. Chuck accepts no responsibility for any cliff or bridge-based tragedies. That settled it. I quickly ducked out of the boys' room and into the corridor. I was about to enter the girls' room when I felt a hand on my shoulder. What the hell are you doing? Nilesh hissed. I turned around. I have to be president for all students. His eyes went huge. But that's the girls' changing room. And, I said, are we not all the same beneath our uniforms? No, Nilesh cried. Very much no. Oh yeah, I said. Look, it'll be fine. It's empty. Don't do this, Freddie, Nilesh warned. I gave him a step-aside look and went in. Immediately I was struck by the difference. It was spotless. There were no cracks in the walls, no missing hooks, and it didn't smell like the meeting of a BO support group. I wish I was a girl, I whispered to myself. In a weird way, though, I was kind of annoyed by their cleanliness. Surely there had to be some imperfections, otherwise what was I going to photograph? I stepped into the toilet cubicle. Bingo. Someone had dropped a sheet of toilet paper on the floor. I did a quick check, but no, it was clean. A noise from outside made my heart race. I quickly slammed the door shut and locked it. I listened for further noises. There were voices. Definite voices. Girls' voices. There was no way out. I had to wait in the cubicle until they left. I held my breath and tried to stay perfectly still. I didn't understand. The rotor said the field wasn't in use. Then I remembered. The sports hall. I didn't think to check the sports hall rotor. I thought it was still closed. They must have cleared the black mould and reopened it. Despite the terror surging through my veins, I was slightly curious to hear what girls get up to in the changing rooms. God, I'm sweating like a beast. I know I can smell you from here. Well, that was disappointing. If it wasn't for their sweet voices, you'd think it was a gang of hairy bricklayers. I carefully sat down in the toilet and took my legs up. I didn't want anyone to see my less than girly size 8s under the door. I could have stayed put until they went. No one would ever need to know I was there. It's no good, girls. I need a dump. What? All I could hear was everyone groaning and my own brain screaming. There was only one cubicle in that changing room. The door rattled. No, no, no. Is there someone in there? I stayed perfectly still. The door rattled again. Come on, who is it? I didn't even want to blink in case my eyelids were too loud. Okay, this is freaking me out now because everyone's out here. Oh my God, Lorna, get away. It could be an axe murderer in there. We should call Miss Sturch. I cleared my throat.
No, it's okay,
I said in a terrible old lady voice.
it's just me, the cleaner.
A low murmur rippled around the room. Why have you locked the door if you're cleaning? Damn, stupid girls and their stupid logic.
I'm not cleaning, dear. I'm using the facilities. Ooh, mushy peas go right through me.
There was a pause that seemed to stretch on for hours. That ain't the cleaner. Plop! Ploppy plop plop! Super plopper fragilistic extra plopidocious. Yeah, my Auntie Beryl's a cleaner and she don't talk like that.
Yes, I do.
I said.
You're my favourite niece.
What's my name then? I let out a silent scream. This was the worst thing to ever happen to anyone.
Rosie?
Someone banged on the door. Get out of there right now.
I can't. I really am pooing. Listen.
It went quiet until someone said, "That's it, let me get on your shoulders." I screwed my eyes shut. I thought maybe if I wished hard enough I could pop out of existence. Didn't work. I looked up and saw Janelle Andrews glaring down at me with hellacious fury in her eyes. "It's that freak that's standing in the election," she screamed. "And he's got a camera!" No, I can explain," I cried. It's for my campaign." "Pervert, get him!" And that's it for this episode of Vlogging a Dead Horse. Good day.